Hello anybody, I'm alpacapatrol, and this is Binding of Isaac Lamb. That's right, I'm back with some more custom challenge runs. The reason I'm kind of sighing is because this challenge run is probably the most difficult that we've ever faced. And I'm like, semi-looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it, it's gonna be fun, but basically this one comes from K Cunningham 04. And essentially what I have to do is I have to change accents every time I get a new item. And I can't reuse accents either. So, I'm gonna run the table. By like 4, I'm gonna be out, man. Like, I am not gonna have any kind of, like, significant, accents that I've, like, known and perfected. So, it's gonna be rough. And plus, probably somewhat annoying after a point, I have to imagine. But, hopefully you guys will sit with me through it, till the end. And potentially, my inevitable breakdown of spirit and mind as I go crazy like a method actor on stage trying to portray King Lear. I don't know why King Lear specifically. Actually, I think I said King Lear because I think it was whatchamacallit, Daniel. Okay, I have the heart there. Might as well. Daniel Day-Lewis like passed out from like method acting. Because he's that serious all the time, and I'm not making fun of Daniel Day-Lewis because he obviously is an amazing actor, but whatever. By the way, side note, wanted to put this out there. I've said many things on this channel, many like contrarian opinions that are different from the social norm or what have you, because that's how I think. But and not like on purpose. I'm not a contrarian for the sake of contrary belief, but I often I will get that key in a moment. I often will have a contrary opinion, and it's not my fault. That's just how I think. But I've said many things, and some upset some people. I have never gotten so much like hate and like anger over what I said yesterday. Apparently, saying that recycling is stupid is the most controversial subject on YouTube. Evidently that is like the most, like, people get so offended when I say that. By the way, side note, a lot of people did mention, and one guy actually in particular was very angry about it. I'm sure he's unsubscribed, so he's probably not watching. But he said, well, it's a net loss, because I said it was a net zero gain because of the carbon emissions from the trucks that are needed for the recycling trucks. So you might as well put recycling. I'm not like being like a first world anarchist and like oh, recycling trucks here, I'm gonna throw my recycling in the trash. Like, my building doesn't recycle. In New York City, most buildings don't recycle because literally it would just cost so much money to do that that it really doesn't really make a lot of sense. So it's not like I'm purposely dodging recycling. Also, I wouldn't really do that because generally in the areas in which you need to recycle, suburban areas and stuff, you have to like you get fined super hard if you don't recycle. So I'm like even if I don't like recycling or don't think that it's worth it, I'm not gonna purposely cut off my own nose to spite my face, you know what I mean? Just because, like, I'm trying to make a point or something. But anyway, like somebody called me, like, a dumb fuck, and, like, was really angry, and then, like, was saying, like people just hate you because you're a pretentious douchebag. The funniest part, though, was that he said, this is the funniest part. He said, you express a minority opinion, and then you bash anyone without that opinion with your fucking facts. As in, like, having facts is, like, unfair. Like, that's cheating. It's like, making your opinion based on facts isn't fair. Bruh. And by the way, side note, I know I'm a pretentious douchebag. That's why I have a mic in front of me. I have, and by the way, I'm sorry that I need to go into this so much, but, I feel the need to defend myself publicly. But, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that's the tyranny of the microphone, man. Like, that's what it is. I get to say whatever I want, because I'm on the microphone. Now, look, I understand, here's the thing, I understand that I don't have mass appeal, because I speak my mind. That's how I am. Balls of steel, ooh, interesting. Yeah, I speak my mind. I don't care what my opinion is, and I don't have an opinion for the sake of having an opinion. Like, I'm not kidding, I really don't, like, have the contrary opinion to just play the devil's advocate, or just because, I don't know, I'm trolling or something. Like, I legitimately have opinions based on my thoughts, so because of that, I say what I feel, and that's the power of having a YouTube channel, is I get to say whatever I want, and I have the tyranny of the microphone, meaning that no one else gets to say anything about it. It's like a podcast with myself, because I'm talking to myself. Alright, here we go. Oh, chocolate milk. You know what? I don't like chocolate milk. Oh, technology. I am glad I re-rolled that. Oh, man. Chocolate milk with, chocolate milk would have sucked real bad. This is my Scottish accent. It's really bad. I don't like it very much at all. So I apologise to any Scottish people. But I figure, you know, might as well go ahead and try it out anyway, just to see. It's kind of like a drunk Scottish guy, and I don't know exactly what it sounds like. I mean, keep in mind that I am from America, and I don't hear Scottish accents very often. So whenever I hear a Scottish accent, I try to emulate it, but it never really works out. Because of that, I'm terrible at it, and I apologise. But hopefully, I'm about to get an item right now, and that'll allow me and you to stop hearing my terrible Scottish accent. I'm probably going to leave Cockney for last, because I like my Cockney accent. And this is my Mayor Quimby here. I'm going to talk well, Mayor Quimby, or also John F. Kennedy as well. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Actually, I believe that's FDR, although now this accent is kind of changing into something else entirely. I don't know. Oh man, that was terrible. I'm going a little bit Jewish now, and I don't mean to go Jewish. I'll have to say more JFK-like things. The war in Vietnam is not... Oh, god damn it. This is terrible. I don't like this. Okay. We're still good. Oh, guys. Alright, now I'm going to go with the Jewish accent, because I was obviously going to the Jewish accent before, and I figured, hey, you know, why not go to the Jewish accent? I mean, I'm going to get it out of the way. Sadly, I didn't get enough keys to go to the second treasure room there. I would have happily loved to do that, but sadly, you know, sometimes you just don't have that opportunity. Sometimes you just can't go to the treasure room. Which is unfortunate, because everybody likes treasures, really. Gold treasures in particular. I'm gonna try my best to not get this to go to some place that's kind of racist, because I was about to do that. I was about to go a little bit racist there and talk about the Jews liking gold and diamonds and stuff, because they run a lot of jewelries and all that. Although, side note, sorry about this for just a moment. I'm kind of going a little bit. What's his face? Jerry Lewis. But anyway, so yeah, you know, there's this really great Jewish deli in New York City. It's called Katz Delicatessen. And if you've never gone to Katz, I mean, if you've gone to New York City, then you really need to go to Katz. It's in the Lower East Side, and it's very, very good. It's a very old delicatessen. It's like I believe it's like 80 plus years old, perhaps maybe more. I'm not really entirely sure, but basically, they serve pastrami sandwiches, and they make pastrami right on the spot there. Like they like slow cook it all day. It's very expensive. It's like $15 a sandwich, but they give you like the sandwich, and they give you the French fries and all this stuff. Actually, I don't think they give you the French fries with the $15. I think you just get the sandwich. But you know what? It's totally goddamn worth it. Like seriously, they make a pastrami sandwich unlike anything else. And the thing is, also, you're totally entirely goddamn full after the half of the sandwich, so like you don't even need the whole thing in order to you know, feel full. So really, it's really a bargain if you consider that as to be a truth, because it's really $7 for a full meal. Now, if you get the French fries aren't great, but the sandwich, oh my god, it is fantastic. And we didn't get any keys again, which is really unfortunate. We didn't get any bombs either, which really sucks, because now we're gonna have to go and fight this boss without having any kind of item upgrades of any kind. This seems to be a running joke for me in the past couple of videos. I seem to be always getting these runs where I just don't get any keys, which is really unfortunate. I would really love to have some keys, but you know, sadly, sometimes you can't control your fate, and you can't control the randomness of this game. So, you know, because of that, it becomes a little bit hard to properly, you know, do the things that you want to do, and which is oftentimes is trying to succeed here. I am going to re-roll this item because I would rather have. Yes, I'd much rather have a health up. I got to think about the accent that I want to go for next time, though. I'm trying to think. I don't know which accent this is, but I do Russian here. I apologize again to any ethnic groups that I am offending with this. Because I don't know. This is, by the way, the best way to do Russian accent for me. Because like I say, I know Dennis family long time. And they do speak like this. There is the Z instead of the TH. Now it is going a little bit weird, but I'll get back to the Russian accent because otherwise I am not going to be able to stay with it. You see, this is the main problem with doing accents over and over again. Oh god, sorry. It's going back for a moment. I have to get back into the accent swing. I apologize, I'm cheating. But it's hard. It goes into so many other accents. But Mother Russia. Nah, that's not right. It's a little bit different accent. I do a little bit deep now because it makes more sense with Russian. I was going up pitch mostly because I was already doing the Jewish accent, but generally speaking, you want to go deep low for Russian because they sound like a low-speaking people. This is going to be difficult to speak while doing this because this room is bad for my brain. I gotta go. Okay, still good. Sorry about exclaiming in a different accent. I'm training for acting school. I do not want this Lucky Toe. Lucky Toe, not good. At least not as good as the Pinky Eye. Pinky Eye, one of the best items in the game, in my opinion anyway, because it allows you to do poison extra damage, and I like extra damage. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Dangerous. I really wish I could find I really wish I could find the key so I could change out of this accent because I do not like no more. I feel like I am doing disservice to accent. I apologize for my terrible accent having. I am not actually particularly good with dialects. There are very few that I actually like. I don't know what it's turning into. I'm sorry. Its brain hurts. Oh, this is a bad room too. I'm trying very difficult job here. Do what I wish. Oh no! Damn it! It was close call. Very close call. Okay, still good. Still doing good work. I think I can dodge most of these here. I'll do my best to dodge most of these. I do need help very desperately because otherwise I'm not going to get things. I need a key really badly. Really badly. Sometimes I just like rolling my R's. Maybe that's a thing that I do. Maybe it is not a thing that I do. Who knows? Oh man, I almost hurt myself. Okay. Health, very good. Key, very good. Because now I can go over here, get to the treasure room, and potentially get my way back out of this accent, which is terrible. I think I'm going to go Indian because PhD. You know what? I'm gonna amend the rules so I can speak by myself in my own accent when I'm in an item room. I think I'm gonna. God, I don't want to re-roll it. I'm gonna re-roll it. Ugh. Book of Mountains. Alright, back to the old Russian accent. I am back with this. I used to go to this Russian store when I was in California. They have this really good sausage called O balls. It's a very odd name for a sausage, but it was delicious. Oh god damn it! No, it's called Hunter's Sausage. Hunter's Sausage. It's very good. I suggest you try. It's like a dried sausage. You know what? We're going to blow this up. We're going to blow this up. Oh, I shouldn't have blown it up anyway. Yes, fine. If I had the PhD, this wouldn't hurt me, but it will now. Oh, full health. Oh, that is wonderful. Oh, I can't even explain to you how wonderful that was. Now, hopefully I have enough rooms to recharge the D6 in later rooms. I don't know if I will. We shall see. I'm trying my best to not make this accent sound terrible. It kind of is. Okay, balls. It's already going to a little bit of Indian accent. I was eating Indian food not too long ago. This is a very bad, very bad Indian accent. Pretend that I took an item. That's what I want to say to you right now. Pretend. Oh God, now it's going Scottish. What's going on? It's like regular English. I don't know exactly how to say it. It's like my brain is melting. I could kind of do Scottish a little bit while I'm doing it. I apologise, I'm kind of cheating here, but the accents are kind of melding into one another. No, I was trying to get out of Scottish. Because this is the way to get out of the accent, is to pretend that you're doing another accent. Then you no longer have, no longer have the obligation to do same accents that you were contracted to do. Because you force yourself into other accent, people stop paying attention. They don't really care which accent you do, because this is how the accent work game, you know. And I like to do this. Okay, so we have a pony, which you know, is not what we want, because pony it does it's not good compared to the 6Ds of the dice. So, because of this, I'm going to re-roll the other treasure room. Hopefully, we shall have something good. It's not that the Book of Shadows is bad, it's that I want the 6. Oh! Guardian Angel, hey? I'm okay with the Guardian Angel. Oh, now that I think about it, I'm totally gonna do an accent for the Canadians, because that's gonna be fairly easy, kid. I'm doing like a 1940s media man. I don't know exactly if it works entirely sure, but I think it kind of does, and that's really important to me. I think I'm gonna use the temperance card and potentially actually, you know what? Oh, well, no, I don't have enough keys anyway, so forget it. We are gonna just blow this up, however. Mostly because I want the money, fantastic, and that's more than enough to potentially get us to the treasure room. However, we don't have any keys, so because of that, we're gonna have to just go down to the next floor, and hopefully we'll find some keys down there. I don't know exactly if it's going to work out. I'm kind of, by the way, moving my head like I'm Ray Charles, which I probably shouldn't be doing because, one, it kind of hurts my spinal cord, and two, the game is frozen, which is a whole other story, really. I mean, I have to imagine that this probably means that we're going to get a Curse of the Labyrinth. Now, this is good and bad, because I can go through the Curse of the Labyrinth fairly simple. However, or simply, rather. However, the main problem here is that the game is frozen, so I have to speak incessantly without talking about anything in particular. And two, we don't have any keys, and the fact of the matter is, our key drops have been very poor. Perhaps I should have picked up that lucky toe, because if I had, then maybe I would have more keys than I do right now. Sadly, I don't, so doesn't seem like that's going to be an option for us. Okay, color glitch, fantastic. Hopefully it doesn't keep going into the infinite loop of giving me a black screen over and over again. I don't think it's going to. Fantastic. And we have depths 1, which is not exactly what I would have hoped for. I would use a bomb for that blue rock. However, we don't have any bombs, and it's the same problem that we have with not having any keys. We are oh, come on. We have a lack of bombs, we have a lack of keys, we have a lack of pretty much everything that you particularly need. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it would be pretty interesting to hear a guy speaking in this accent trying to rap. So perhaps I may try to do so. Shimmy, shimmy, ya, shimmy, yay. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Off on a natural charge, bon voyage. Here from the land of the Dodgers Brooklyn squad. You Wu-Tang killer bees on the swarm. Lift of the dollar dance disco dorm. For you to even touch my skill, you gotta hold the one killer bee any in the kill now. Drop that down, pass it all around. Lyrics get hard, quick cement to the ground. For any MC in any 52 states, I get Psycho Killer, Norman Bates. Oh, god damn it, really? I didn't even... I'm sorry, I should have gotten angry in this accent rather than the regular accent. I just walked into this room, however, and it automatically used our one fucking key. Which is terrible. I was thinking of going into the shop, but I figured, hey, might as well go to the treasure room and see what's in there, because I'll probably have a better chance of getting a particularly good item. However, I probably should have went to the goddamn shop anyway, because then I would have not used that key stupidly in that stupid room, where I didn't even move. I just walked in, and it automatically took away my key, which is really quite lame, I have to say. And I don't think a 40s media presenter, mogul, would be saying the word lame. Because lame, in those times, I'd have to imagine, meant its more proper terminology, and what that meant was... oops-a-daisy. Okay, alright, can't move. Which was like, it was the term for retarded, or more specifically, if you want it to be politically correct, mentally challenged. Which politically correct terms always seem so, they seem more insulting to me than the old terms, like retarded. I feel like mentally challenged seems so much more hurtful, truly. It's the same idea with midget and little people. They say that you're supposed to call midgets little people, but that doesn't really, or dwarves or whatever, you're supposed to say little people. I don't think that sounds particularly nice, because that just seems like I'm condescending, I'm patronizing them, I'm saying that, oh, they're like regular people, only little, which it rubs me the wrong way. Now, I'm not, of course, a height-stunted individual, so I can't really particularly say whether or not I prefer the term little people or midget, but I'd have to say, if I were to think about it, if I were to be in that scenario, I would think little people would be so insulting. That being said, I don't know. I don't know exactly what my train of thought was going to be there, to be honest with you. We do have technology which is going to make nights super easy. However, we don't have any keys, which is really quite unfortunate, because we cannot go, oh gosh, to the other rooms, which I would really like to do, because then I would be able to potentially change out of this accent, because I feel like it's getting stale now at this point. I feel as though maybe you guys are tired of this accent by now, because there's nothing particularly interesting going around with it. And that is pretty good, because we did get a key in the last room that we could possibly get a fucking key in, which is shitty, because what that means is that I'm not going to be able to re-roll more than once. However, oh, that little Chad, I suppose I could take that. Yeah, alright, I could take that. Work. I'm gonna try to do the accent of the peasant from Warcraft 3. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen or played Warcraft 3, but if you have, then you'll know who I'm talking about. It's the voice actor for the peasant in Warcraft 3. I'm gonna use a bomb here, because I'm gonna hope that the secret room is there. No, it's not. That's fine. I'm gonna use a bomb there and go to Judgment instead. Now, this is the accent of the Warcraft 3 peasant, and he would say things like, work. Something he's doing is actually his counterpart on the orc side, the peon. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna get a new accent now. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Maybe I should go a little bit southern. Do a little bit of a cowboy-like accent, in a way. Not exactly cowboy-like. You know, I did this kind of accent on an FTL video, and people were upset with me because they were like, you know, southern people don't sound like that. And that's fair, because I don't know many southern people, so I don't really know if southern people actually talk like this. I mean, really, the only kind of accents, the only kind of dialects I can properly do are the really exaggerated, hyperbolic type accents. And because of that, like for instance, I can only do the French accent that is from SpongeBob, the really over-exaggerated thing. I won't go into it right now because then I'll get myself all confused up in my brain, and never want that. Now, of course, I am reaching a lot of stereotypes with each of these accents. I'm going into things that not particularly are ever necessarily true. I probably should have went with this accent a little bit after, probably after this upcoming item, because now I'm going to have to switch to it, and I don't really want to switch out of it because it's pretty simple, and it's not so damn hard to have to do it. Now, here's my dilemma. I could take the pact, which wouldn't be a bad idea. However, we would have only 3 hearts. Now, the thing is, I could take the speed up, or I could try to re-roll the speed up, or I could potentially re-roll this Guppy's tail. Now, if I re-roll Guppy's tail, I could potentially get some great item for 1 heart. And the pact isn't that amazing of an item. You know what? I'm going to re-roll. Okay, we got the Book of Belial. That's not very good. I mean, it's a good item, don't get me wrong, but it's not worth the heart, especially to drop the D6. So I think I'm just going to take this speed up and get the hell out of here, because I do not know. This is my Borat accent now. I'm going to try. No, this is not very good. This is just like the Russian. Hold on. I do another one. Hunt. Oh, Kairu. Okay, this is my Japanese accent, which is particularly racist. I apologize. This is kind of the accent of the Japanese man on South Park, who was in the episode about the human centipede. Very good episode. I like episode a lot. I think you should watch episode. This is the episode, of course, where Kairu is sitting behind. Oh, damn it! Behind. Kairu is attached to Japanese man anus, and a Japanese man has to eat food, and he asks Kairu, should I eat the vanilla pudding or the cuttlefish? Okay, I eat the cuttlefish. Oh, Kairu, I apologize. This is going to be a big one. And then Japanese man shit in Kairu's mouth. This is extremely racist. I apologize for my racism. I cannot help it though. I don't think Japanese people pronounce the TH sound with a Z. However, I am doing that. I do not know why. Probably because my brain is getting confused. Also, my voice hurts from doing this accent because I yell a lot. Even though that is also incredibly racist and stereotypical, considering Japanese people, I'm sure, do not yell at all times. Please, for the love of God, give me a key and a treasure room, so I can no longer do this accent. I am from the land of the rising sun. Oh, God. I want to sing Yellow River, but I think that's actually a Chinese song. That wasn't racism. I actually think that that's a Chinese folk song. I wasn't saying Yellow River to try to make some sort of skin reference. I apologize for inherent racism within doing dialects properly, improperly rather. Please, give me a key. For the love of God, give me a key. Oh, come on. It's very close there. I will use the Fool, because it will help me get to rooms faster, which is what I wish to do. Okay. We try to kill the fetuses, but the fetuses, they do not die very quickly. Oh, that was very close. That was very close. It's about as close as you can get to being close. These guys are total jerks. I do not like fighting them. My voice really, really hurts. And Japanese people do not roll their R's. I'm sorry, any Japanese viewers watching. I really, really am. Really, I'm sorry, any ethnic background watching that I have insulted with my accents. I really am sorry. I can't help it. I'm kind of doing Jack from Samurai Jack. Side note, if you've never seen Samurai Jack, you need to watch goddamn Samurai Jack. One of the best TV shows. One of the best cartoon shows ever made. Easily. I think I know what accent I'm going to try to do next. I'm going to fail at it, but I'm going to try. And that I think therein lies the rub, which is also not a Japanese phrase. Okay, more nights. I'm trying to speak as little as possible because I do not like Sam I Am. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like you, Sam I Am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Okay, a nickel is good. I think I am going to probably go to this room here. Open this up and hopefully get a key. No, we did not get a key, which is really unfortunate because I was really hoping for a key. I don't think we've gotten a single goddamn key this entire run. I think actually every key, now that I think about it, there's not been a key that has dropped. We have only seen keys that I've had to use bombs to access. But hopefully a key drops at the end of this room. It's still a possibility. Not a likely possibility, but a possibility nonetheless. This is no longer a Japanese accent. I don't know what it is. It's me talking in a very weird way. It's almost as if I'm being very dramatic at all time. This is kind of like Liam Neeson trying to do an American accent and failing miserably. Liam Neeson sounds a lot like the governor on The Walking Dead, if you watch that show. Because the governor's accent is very obviously a British man trying to do an American accent. Very easy to tell. Oh, my voice. Please, for the love of God, give me a key. Just one goddamn key. That's all I want. Hearts are okay too, I suppose, because then I could go ahead and go to the Bank of Blood. Which I will be fine to do. Oh! Please! Give me a key! Which is similar to a coup. But not quite a coup. By the way, did you know that the voice actor for Samurai Jack was wait, what's his name? Kendrick Lamar? No, that's not his name. Lamar, something Lamar, or Lamar, Phil Lamar, that's it. Phil Lamar, who also was Marvin in Pulp Fiction. Marvin, the character you may not remember, is the character who gets his head blown out by John Travolta in the back of the car when he's in the car with Samuel L. Jackson. Okay, please, just one key. It's all I ask. Just one fucking key. Please, one key. Just one. Okay, more money to play you more so that you can jerk me around like a fucking asshole. Oh, and you're gonna kill yourself. Oh, thank God. Thank God he did not kill himself. Because then there would be no chance of getting a key and getting out of this terrible accent. Oh, God damn it. There's more money. And there's no keys. Okay, please. Please. Oh, you son of a bitch. Are you a hero and obey? This is that was accent from Warcraft 3 once more. That was Blade Master. Oh my God. Give me a fucking key. One fucking key, just one. One is all I need, just one. Just one. I apologize that you have to sit through this, but it is necessary if we are to get keys. Oh, fucking piece of shit. Anger is riding through me. Okay, hearts work too, I suppose. Motherfucker. Motherfucker! Okay, that works too. So now I get to talk in a new accent. This is an old prospector, more specifically Gus Chiggins, which you should seriously watch if you really want to know comedy. I don't know if you guys have watched or like Will Ferrell, but if you do, you should look up Gus Chiggins, because it's one of the best skits on SNL ever. Basically, it's an unaired skit on SNL, and the reason it was unaired is because no one in the sketch could keep a straight face. The basic premise is that Gus Chiggins, an old prospector, is in a meeting room with the folks who are going over to Afghanistan, and they're trying to take down Osama bin Laden. And, but they've been assigned an old prospector because the military has a new rule where an old prospector has to be part of every goddamn team. Oh, we didn't get a fucking key. And, Gus Chiggins is part of the team. No one can keep a goddamn straight face, and it's hilarious because he'll say things like, "Oh, peaches," or "pickles and gravy." And it's quite hilarious. I'm not gonna play this shit. You're getting blown up. Oh, damn it. I fucked up my bomb. I fucked it up again almost. There we go. Oh my god, there's a fucking key. I'm out of here. Sorry for getting out of the accent there for a moment, but I was about to shoot myself in the fucking head. So, success has been had. Kinda. We'll go over here and potentially get whatever item this is. The miter. I'm not going to decline the miter. I don't know exactly what accent I should do. I don't know exactly if this is even constituted as an accent. I suppose I'm enunciating every word. Now it's kind of gone to a British place, which I don't know exactly why that is. However, I don't necessarily think that it's a bad idea to go to a British place. I don't know what's going on here with this accent. I've kind of run out of things, to be honest with you. I'm not quite sure exactly what it is that I need to be speaking about, or how I should be speaking. Because of this, I am going to try my best to try out new accents on you, perhaps ones that you may or may not like. I also apologize for my commentary for being quite so much about the accents. I feel it was necessary. Oh dear, that was nearly my head. And I do not wish for my head to be dead. Because I wish to rhyme all the time, I don't know why there is no time to rhyme. In fact, there should be all the time to rhyme, because I have a jime. This is my jime. He rhymes all the time. He rhymes up in Heim, which is the land he resides to. Sorry about the rhyming as well. I know I'm not particularly good at it. Oh, I forgot about the accent that I was going to do, which I will do once I get this item. Although now I've kind of lost exactly what it was that I was doing. Oh dear. Now I'm going to do Daniel Plainview, which I do a very bad Daniel Plainview impression. The sun is a great card. We're going to take the Polaroid, however, because the Polaroid, not necessarily a great trinket. But it is a decent trinket, and I think that is the important thing here to keep in mind. Now, I realize that also I do a terrible Daniel Plainview. Daniel Plainview, of course, the character out of... We're just going to drop that there. The character out of There Will Be Blood, played by Daniel Day-Lewis. I thought that at one point I was going to make an entire YouTube channel devoted to Daniel Plainview, and what it was going to be was Daniel Plainview trying to pick up women. And he would be very bad at picking up women. That was the general idea. So he would say things like, "Does this make you aroused?" He would show women pornographic pictures, and would ask them and talk about pornographic pictures in that way. Would you like to have sexual intercourse with me, Daniel Plainview? Of course, he would always say his name as well. Now, I've kind of lost Daniel Plainview in the sight of all of this. And in fact, I'm just sort of creating a character that isn't really Daniel Plainview at all. But I'm trying as best I can. I'm also moving my head a lot like Ray Charles once more. Because in certain scenarios, I need to be dramatic. And in dramatic scenarios, I need to move my head. I think I know what accent I'm going to do next, because it's going to be a little bit easier on the old voice. And these past couple of accents have been somewhat difficult, considering I need to project. And the way that I'm projecting is actually, in fact, yelling, which you're not supposed to do as an actor. Which, was a poor decision on my part. I probably should have thought that through before I started this video. Actually, what I should have done before I started this video was gone through the accents that I could do feasibly, and then wrote them down on a list, and gone through them one at a time. Oh, balls. We've taken damage where we didn't need to take damage. Oh, and we've almost taken damage again. But success is almost had, my friends, don't worry. We will reach this boss, whether he wants us to or not. And I'd have to imagine he does not want us to do so. I'm going to use a bomb here, because I don't feel like fighting in this room, because it would take a long, long time. I will take this bomb as well, since it's basically free now. This can be a somewhat difficult room. Somehow we did manage to get a blue heart out of it, however, which I suppose I'm not so angry about, because I was able to access a blue heart, which is never a bad thing. Actually, 2 blue hearts. I forgot, but we are wearing the mitre. It's just hard to tell considering we have poop on our head. I'm an oil man. Sorry. Every once in a while I need to remind myself what accent I'm doing by saying something in a way. When I do an Irish accent, I have to say, "Oh, damn it." Not "oh, damn it." I have to say, "Oh, I don't know exactly what I say." I almost went into it there, as you could have almost told. But once I say "oh" in a very Irish way, I go into an Irish accent, which I'm not going to try to harm you with my Irish accent. I don't even know what a Welsh accent sounds like. Probably not anything like anything that I would possibly emulate. I would really love to find the boss room as quickly as possible. Sadly, that doesn't seem to be a possibility. Now, of course, we do have a key. However, there are no more treasure rooms. I think the game is playing a cruel joke on me, because we've missed out on lots of items. In fact, I believe we've missed out on 3 items in total, which is terrible. Also, all of the shops, which is terrible as well, considering we had enough money to go to the shop at, like, floor 2. Which is really quite lame, but I suppose there's nothing that I can really do about it. I should have not picked that place to fight. Luckily, success was had. There is a bomb for us, and a half of a heart. However, I do not need that half of a heart, at least not right now, and hopefully not in the near future either. Because if I did need that half of a heart, then I would have lost all of my blue hearts, and I'd like to keep those. At least as many of them as possible. Which seems somewhat unlikely right now. But we'll kill this terrible Diglett and fight whoever this boss is, who happens to be Death, which is not exactly what I want. All this yelling, by the way, has caused pain in my brain. I am having a brain ache, which is different from a headache. In that, oh balls, oh balls, oh balls, oh balls. Sorry, I needed to say that in a Daniel Plainview accent. Oh, fuck you. Okay, we're still fighting here, trying to destroy Death. Death itself shall die by my hand. Does this picture of my butthole make you aroused? Sorry, I'm going into the Daniel Plainview tries to interact with women thing again. Which isn't necessarily... I still think that's a good idea for a YouTube channel. Maybe not an entire channel, perhaps just a single video devoted to it. But either way, it's a good idea. And if any of you want to steal it, you have my permission. Okay, I'm gonna talk like this now, because it's a little bit easier on the old voice. And I get to talk however I like to talk. I don't think I was talking like this in this accent before. I might have been. And if I did, I'm sorry, but at this point I've gone through so many, I don't even know anymore what exactly it was that I was even talking about before. I suppose I was talking about Daniel Plainview, trying to do, you know, pick up women and stuff, which is great and all, but this fucking guy, Daniel Plainview, he just, you know, he always tries to do it in the wrong times, and I go out with Daniel Plainview, and he's doing a bunch of things, and I'm just like, hey, Daniel, hey, this fucking guy right here, why don't you calm down, huh? And he's like, nah, I ain't gonna calm down, and I'm like, hey, Daniel Plainview, why you saying nah? That's totally out of your character to say the word nah. It's a little bit weird. But of course he doesn't listen to me, and he keeps saying nah over and over again, and yo, and all these things, and it doesn't really make any sense. But I just have to live with him because he's the one with the car, obviously. So I can't drive home. He's the designated driver, and it becomes a terrible situation, and nobody really likes, hey, this fucking guy. By the way, I mentioned the words that kind of got me into an accent. For this accent, I have to do this fucking guy right here. Yeah, because it's a little bit of a, you know, it's an Italian accent. I'm trying to do the Brooklyn Italian accent, not necessarily the, it's hard, because sometimes, yeah, you see hard instead of car and all that. It's kind of goes Bostonian there for a moment, and I gotta take myself out of the Bostonian and get into the regular old, Brooklyn Italian. Hey, this fucking guy right here. Come at me, bro, come at me. That's not bad, that's kind of more Jersey, and that's not exactly... I could do a Jersey as well, but I ain't gonna, because then I'd sound fucking stupid, and I don't want to sound fucking stupid. I want to sound like a regular old man. Not an old man, necessarily. I suppose that is misleading. I am gonna use a bomb to get out of here, however, because the main problem here is that I don't want to... God damn it, lock controls. I don't want to be in that room, and I was in that room. And I have a feeling that actually, this is the wrong path as well. Yeah, it is. But this is fine, because it's a pretty easy room to deal with. It's interesting to find out that the Guardian Angel there doesn't do any damage, it looks like. As far as I can tell, anyway. It doesn't look like it did any damage there. Which is odd, because I always thought that it did. Turns out, I'm totally fucking wrong. See, by the way, this is one of the scenarios in which using curse words... I was talking about curse words before. And, by the way, you know how my grandfather says oil? He says it Earl. Got put a bunch of Earl on the fire, sorry. Have to get back to this here Italian accent there. Try to do that. You know what's really fucking annoying is my father, actually, he doesn't talk like this. But he tries to talk like this because I think he thinks it sounds cool. So every once in a while he'll try to put it on, and then he'll sound like a fucking idiot, and it's really stupid. It's a very stupid thing. Oh god, oh god. Diglets, why are you so tough? I don't like dealing with the Diglets. Now that the Diglets are gone, though, this giant guts monster, guts brain as it were, is gonna be no problem at all. It's gonna be pretty easy to kill him. Okay, success. What is this? There's a bunch of coins here. My voice is gonna be dead for the next couple of days. I hope you know that. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna test the old Guardian Angel doesn't do no damage thing, because I feel as though it's necessary to experiment and test out exactly whether or not I'm right or whether I'm wrong. Because oftentimes I'm wrong, and I don't like being wrong. Okay, so yeah. Oh, it looked like it did damage there. Oh no. Yeah, no, it totally does damage. Alright, so confirmation bias then on the last one. I am gonna pick up this red heart, however. There is a heart over there which I could go to get. However, that's not exactly the best idea that I'd really want to do, so I ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying here? I probably shouldn't have done this accent now that I think about it, because I'm not gonna get any items for probably the rest of the game. And I wanted to go into my Cockney accent, because I think that actually sounds not bad. Even though I've been told by people who are who are British that it sounds fucking awful. Which is fair enough. But for an American who has no training in such subjects, I don't feel so bad about it. I think it sounds alright. I try to do the accent of the guy who was from the old the Tenacious D movie, where it's like, look, he's like a little fucking baby, and then the guy hits him and he's like, ha ha ha, wee baby. I think it's pretty funny. I think it's alright. It's not so bad. We're not gonna get any items though, which is really unfortunate, but it's the way of the world, I guess. This is we're gonna take damage there, which sucks because that really was not under my control. It's just random that she happened to motherfucker. That was under my control. That was my fault. Oh, I get to go into a new accent. Now the question is, do I want poison touch or do I want something? You know, I'm gonna re-roll it. I'll take that. Because now I get to talk with my Cockney accent, which, like I said, pretty bad by standards of anybody who's possibly British. But thing is, you know, it's all right by my standards, and I think that's fine enough. Oh damn it! Fucking lock controls. Oh, he's fucking ruining me. Seriously though, like the lock controls really are like the worst thing ever, and it's really quite annoying. Now we're gonna have to fight Monstro here. We did lose some damage, but remember we did take the pentagram. You know what's weird about it, I'm finding now, is that I'm not really building characters anymore, because you know when I'd act and I'd have to do a dialect of some sort. Generally I build a character. However, I realise now that oh dear, oh fucking hell. Alright, no, we're good. But I realise now that I'm sort of playing a character a bit when I'm recording Isaac videos. I'm a little bit more energetic than I normally am, perhaps. And generally speaking, when I'm doing these other accents, pretty much uniform throughout is sort of my cadence, you know, my idea of what is I'm doing or saying or whatnot. Which is a little bit weird because, you know, when I generally speaking, when I go for an accent, I generally just build a whole character around it, you know. Like, for instance, when I had to do this Cockney accent when I was performing a play, you know, he had a low voice down here, and he was very angry all the time, like so, and he just didn't like life very much. He was a very angry man, which I don't know if Cockney men are angry all the time. It's entirely possible. I mean, the accent sounds entirely like you're just angry all the time, which I don't know it's necessarily their fault, or just really the fault of the accent. I'm going to use a bomb here. Ah, damn it, I was really thinking that those were knights. Sadly, they were not. Which means I've now wasted my last bomb, and now it's going to be knights. No, it's eyeballs. That's interesting. I didn't think it was going to be eyeballs, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be something else, but it's fine. We'll just go ahead and do what we're doing, yeah? We haven't seen knights a single fucking time, which is a little bit weird. Because I thought that we would have seen them by now. Perhaps we did see them, and I'm just going fucking crazy, which is entirely possible. I don't think it's possible, but it's entirely possible. Oh yeah, there they are. It took a while. That's a little bit odd, right? I mean, it is a little bit odd, right? I mean, probably should have got knights a long time ago. The stars takes us to the treasure room. Not a very good item. We're going to take the sun card, just in case we need to use it. Hopefully we don't, but it's entirely possible that we will. The sun card, of course, does a whole load of things. One of them being that it does damage to a boss, or really the whole room. And also it reveals the floor, but then it also heals you. So that's mainly what I'm going to be using it for. Is for it to heal me. Now, hopefully, I don't have to use it before my time. Hopefully, I don't have to use it on this floor. However, now I'm learning that we're not actually doing that much damage, which is a bit of a problem because, basically, I think that fire rate up the odd mushroom actually kind of screwed me, in a way. Oh, good, a key. Just when I fucking need it. Of course, it's goddamn sarcasm because I don't fucking need it anymore. But I suppose it doesn't hurt to have a key. Unless the key is shoved into one of your extremities, then it probably would hurt to have a key. Probably hurt a lot to have a key. In point in fact. But that's alright, we'll just move on. It kind of went to... See, that's the thing with Cockney accent as well, is that it kind of goes into Australian a little bit. And because of that, it's just a little bit weird, a little bit difficult to say or speak properly. And see, the problem with that as well is that the Australian accent, I can't do that really very well. Which, you know, is not exactly what I want, because then I go into the Australian by accident, and then by then, you know, I no longer am doing an accent that is even possibly viewable. I really, really wish I had more bombs. Like, if I had a chance to have more bombs, I would take it, because, honestly, I think this fight is going super slow because I just haven't had any goddamn bombs. Okay, we finally reached this phase. Lock control's almost what me and some mums are, which would be really annoying if it had, but luckily it didn't. So I ain't so mad about that. I ain't so miffed about it, rather. I think that's more of a British, you know, mannerism, right? Miffed? Am I wrong? I suppose miffed, not necessarily. I mean, miffed is a word that you use in the American connotation as well. I mean, just not particularly as frequently, I feel, as perhaps a British person would use it. I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know many British people. My friend lives in England right now. He is natively English, however, he doesn't have an accent or anything like that. His father talks in a Cockney accent, and that's part of the reason that I was so fascinated with the Cockney accent. Because he'd be like, oh, fucking hell, like, all the time. He'd be talking like this, and he'd be talking real low, which is probably why I get this idea of what Cockney sounds like in me head, which is that, you know, it's a little bit low, and he's like, oh, Robert, what? Why, Robert? Why are you doing the things that you're doing? We're gonna have to use this. Which is good that I did use it, actually, point in fact, because now I know for sure that I was going the wrong way. I would like to go to that treasure room, because, not the treasure room, the secret room, because it could entirely have an item in it. And if it did have an item in it, oh, dick balls. If it did have an item in it, then I would potentially, you know, oh dear. Then I would potentially be able to get out of this accent, which I think is somewhat necessary at this point. The thing is, I think I've far exhausted my ability to use the Cockney accent properly, considering I don't do it particularly well. In fact, I'd probably have to say I do American accents the best. Although, that being said, that's probably just because I'm used to it. Now, the reason for this is because of phonemes and whatnot. That's the difference, is how different languages use different phonemes. I did talk about this in a video at some point. About the International Phonetic Alphabet. We don't have any bombs, which is terrible, but we could potentially just die right here, which is entirely a possibility as well. We're not actually doing that much damage, and in fact, we're not actually firing that quickly either, which is a little bit odd to me. You would think that the fire rate, damn it, the fire rate thing, no, okay, still good. We're still fine. No worries. There's a red chest which I will open because it maybe has... Nope, there's spiders. Okay, good. I was really hoping for some blue hearts or a bomb or something. Even a troll bomb would have been nice, because then I could have used that to potentially access that blue rock. Sadly, that was not the case. Okay. Here we go. Onwards and upwards, or downwards and downwards. As, oh man. Cuban meat just saved my life there. I should have been dead. Still probably about to die here. Gonna try not to, as best I can anyway. Sadly, doesn't look like that's necessarily gonna be a possibility for us. Like, this room is pretty difficult, I have to say. I mean, double headless guys, never that fun, really. In my opinion, anyway. This guy should be almost dead. In fact, he is, which is great. Is there a heart up there? Is there a heart up there that I didn't potentially get? Yeah, it is. I totally lost the accent there for a moment. By the way, sorry, it went to a weird place. That's what happens when you're not thinking about it, you know? I have to imagine that's gotta be what it's like to be speaking in a foreign language, which I can't do either, by the way. Oh, damn it, we got hit. This is terrible. Alright, we have some invincibility for a short while, but that's not really gonna last all that long. Especially when we have to worry about these flies and spiders and bullets and terribleness. The spiders, I mean, the flies are not a big deal, it's the spiders that are really bad, and of course this thing. The reason the flies are not a big deal is because, of course, we do have the ability to not get hurt by spiders. Hurt by spiders, which is good. We have another full heart, which is good. And we're gonna go fight Isaac. I don't know if we're gonna win here. And by I don't know if we're going to win here, I mean we're probably not going to win. In fact, we're going to die pretty quickly, I'd have to imagine. But we made it, and that's really all that I could have probably asked for, I think. And, you know, I'm going to try my best. I don't know what it's going to be worth, but I'm going to try and do whatever it is that I want to do. Okay. We're actually doing pretty well on Isaac, which I'm very surprised about. I suppose it's probably because of Guardian Angel. I mean, really, Guardian Angel, one of the best items in the game. Definitely. Especially when you have an orbiting thing around you like the cube of meat. Which is great. I'm pretty happy about that. It's really hard to stay in this accent while trying to dodge. Balls. We did lose a heart there. Which is really unfortunate. Oh, and we're dead. Alright, well, it was... Okay, I'm out. It was a good try. Oh, God, that was a tough challenge. That was a very difficult challenge. Probably the most difficult that we've ever had. Yeah. So... As you can tell now, I am terrible at doing accents and dialects. But hopefully, it was in some way interesting and funny, perhaps. And hopefully, not cringeworthy in the best kind of way. You know? Hopefully, it was funny enough that the cringes were still laughable. You know? I don't know if we've reached that point. I hope we have. I'm not going to do an accent again for the next many months, because I feel as though I've embarrassed myself in front of 1,000 people on the internet. And, it's not a good feeling. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Post your custom challenge runs down below, and I will do the most upvoted challenge. Anyway, this is alpacapatrol signing out. Peace, fools.